Welcome to the TOEFL Listening section. In this section, you will listen to an academic lecture and then answer questions about what you heard. You may take notes while you listen. You will have time to review your notes before answering the questions. Listen to part of a lecture in a university class. You will hear the lecture only once, so listen carefully. After the lecture, you will answer some questions about what you heard. Some questions ask about the main ideas and supporting details. Other questions ask you to make inferences or connections between ideas. Answer each question based on what is stated or implied in the lecture.
Good morning, everyone. Today we will examine plant defense mechanisms, focusing on both chemical and physical strategies that plants use to reduce damage from herbivores. I want to start by dividing defenses into two broad categories. Physical defenses are structural features that deter feeding. Chemical defenses are compounds produced by plants that reduce herbivore performance or deter feeding. Common physical defenses include thorns and spines on woody plants, trichomes or leaf hairs on many herbaceous species, thickened cuticles, and lignified tissues that make leaves tougher. Grasses and some cereals deposit silica in their leaves to wear down insect mandibles and reduce digestibility. Physical defenses can also be sticky resins and latex. Latex in plants like rubber and many members of the Euphorbiaceae can entrap small insects and deliver chemical toxins simultaneously. These examples show how physical and chemical traits often work together. Turning to chemical defenses, plants synthesize a wide array of secondary metabolites. Alkaloids such as nicotine in tobacco are neurotoxic to many insects. Tannins bind to proteins and reduce digestibility, making leaves less nutritious. Glucosinolates in Brassicaceae are activated on tissue damage and release toxic isothiocyanates. Other important groups include terpenoids and phenolics. Some terpenoids are volatile and repel herbivores, or interfere with insect development. Cyanogenic glycosides release hydrogen cyanide when tissue is damaged. Protease inhibitors are another chemical class. They interfere with insect digestive enzymes and slow growth. An important distinction is between constitutive defenses that are always present, and induced defenses that are synthesized or mobilized after attack. Induced defenses are mediated by signaling pathways. Jasmonic acid is a central plant hormone in the response to chewing herbivores, and triggers production of protease inhibitors and other defenses. Induced responses save resources because they are activated only when needed. This is consistent with optimal defense theory, which predicts that plants allocate defenses based on tissue value and risk of attack. For example, young expanding leaves often have higher concentrations of defensive compounds because they are more valuable. Plants also use indirect defenses. When damaged, many species emit volatile organic compounds. These compounds can attract predators or parasitoids of the herbivores. When I said that volatile organic compounds can recruit predators of herbivores, I meant that plants indirectly defend themselves by calling in bodyguards. Classic case studies illustrate these mechanisms. Milkweed produces cardinalides that are toxic to many insects, yet monarch caterpillars specialize on milkweed and sequester those toxins to become unpalatable to birds. Acacia trees produce extrafloral nectaries and provide housing for ants in swollen thorns. The ants aggressively remove herbivores, a mutualistic defense. Brassica species with glucosinolates show another pattern. Generalist herbivores avoid these plants, while specialists have evolved detoxification mechanisms. This coevolutionary arms race explains why chemical defenses are diverse, and why specialists can be unaffected or even attracted to defended plants. From an applied perspective, these insights guide crop protection. Plant breeders may select for physical traits like tougher leaf tissue, or for higher constitutive levels of deterrent chemicals. while integrated pest management exploits volatile cues to lure natural enemies. Finally, we must consider costs and trade-offs. Investment in defense often reduces resources available for growth and reproduction. Understanding the ecological context and the specificity of herbivores helps predict which defenses a plant will evolve. In summary, plant defense mechanisms against herbivores include an array of physical and chemical strategies, both constitutive and induced, and they operate at multiple ecological levels, from molecules to ecosystems.
Listen again to part of the lecture, then answer the question.
When I said that volatile organic compounds can recruit predators of herbivores, I meant that plants indirectly defend themselves by calling in bodyguards.
This concludes the listening section. For more TOEFL practice tests and study materials, visit Spinta.org.